On July 9th of 2024, did you tweet the following, quote, honestly, the biggest long-term political problem the Democrats have is that they don't know how to talk to low-information morons, close quote.
Those are not my words, Senator.
Yeah, but you tweeted them in approval, didn't you? You
Those are
can't
not-
make this cat walk backwards, Professor. Let me make this last point. You've got
For
a
more
lot
than
of
2
nerve.
minutes over your time. We
You've
have
got a
other
lot of
senators
nerve,
waiting.
Professor, coming
You
here
always go over your time so that I have to
and-
call
and
it
lecturing
for
us
you.
about Holocaust denial
But
being
really,
from the University of Pennsylvania.
You have other.
From the very first question, Senator John Kennedy exposed the cracks wide open. A professor preaching doomsday climate alarmism was still living cozy in his own home smack in a flood zone. A guy claiming to be unbiased had a digital trail littered with smug tweets calling millions of Americans low-information morons. And when Kennedy read those tweets out loud, the witness folded like a cheap lawn chair, denying, deflecting, backpedaling. But every squirm just proved Kennedy's point harder. This guy wasn't an expert. He was an ideologue in academic camouflage. The second Kennedy picked up the professor's New York Times piece, titled Climate Change, Should Make You Think Twice About Home Ownership, there and the room shifted. Kennedy asked why a man telling Americans to ditch their homes hasn't even packed a box out of his own flood zone house. The professor admitted he's still living there. Boom! Instant hypocrisy exposed. Kennedy pressed deeper, laying bare that classic rules for the but not for me vibe that set the stage for the whole beatdown. What you're about to see isn't just a hearing, it's a scorched earth demolition of political extremism pretending to be scholarship. Let's dive in.
I mean, I see this essay that you wrote in the New York Times, appropriate New York Times. Climate change should make you think home ownership. Did you write that?
Yes, I did, Senator.
It's pretty bold. You own a home?
I do, in a flood zone.
Have you sold it?
Have I sold my home?
Yeah.
I live in my home, sir.
Oh, well, you're telling everybody else to sell theirs. You're a climate extremist, aren't you, Professor?
Certainly not, Senator.
You are a political extremist, aren't you?
Certainly not, Senator.
On July 9th of 2024, did you tweet the following, quote, honestly, the biggest long-term political problem the Democrats have is that they don't know how to talk to low-information morons, close quote.
I don't believe those are my words, Senator. I'd have to be able to see them if you would share that with me.
Yeah, here it is, big as Dallas.
I don't believe those are my words, Senator.
You tweeted them.
I don't believe that I did.
Yes, you did.
I may have liked someone else's tweet or retweeted someone else's tweet.
Do you
Those
often
are not my words.
like tweets you don't agree with?
Those are not my words, Senator.
Yeah, but you tweeted them in approval, didn't you? You
Those are
can't
not-
make this cat walk backwards, Professor.
Those are
On
not
July
my,
16th,
those are not my words, Senator.
2024, did you tweet the following, quote, a big part of modern right-wing culture is this frisson of the illicit. The reading of this or that writer or account that are outre in whatever ways, fascists, race IQ obsessives, Holocaust denial adjacent, people with very weird sexual fixations and pathologies they turn into their own philosophy, etc. A lot of them, and I think this is true of Vance, and definitely true of the creepy Silicon Valley MAGA weirdos, have simply pickled their brains, end quote.
Again, Senator, those are not my words, and I did not
Tweeted them,
tweet.
Professor.
I did not tweet that, sir. Those are not
Senator
my
Kennedy,
words.
I mean, let me make this last point. You've got
for
a
more
lot
than
of
2
nerve.
minutes over your time. We
You've
have
got
other
a lot of
senators
nerve,
waiting.
Professor, coming
You
here
always go over your time
and,
so that I have to call
and
it
lecturing
for
us
you.
about Holocaust denial
But
being
really,
from the University of Pennsylvania.
You have other senators who are waiting for their time, and you're well over yours.
Thank you for your indulgence, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Kaine.
In the end, Senator John Kennedy proved once again why he's one of the few real fighters in Washington willing to slice through the BS and demand straight answers. He took on an academic hiding behind fancy credentials, word salad rhetoric, and selective amnesia. But Kennedy stayed rock steady, crystal clear, and brutally honest. While the witness twisted, dodged, and denied, Kennedy hammered with facts, plain reason, and the kind of no-nonsense common sense that's way too rare in D.C. He exposed the professor's glaring contradictions, spotlighted the elitist contempt dripping from his own public words, and dragged every inconsistency into the daylight for all Americans to see. In an era where radical politics too often masquerades as expertise, Kennedy reminded everybody that integrity still counts, truth still counts, and accountability isn't optional. His questions were razor-sharp, his evidence ironclad, and his defense of everyday Americans unmistakable. Kennedy made it plain: you can't preach doom one day, live comfy the next, and expect nobody to call you out. He exposed the arrogant double standard of elites who claim to know better, while looking down on the very people they lecture. This hearing wasn't just a clash, it was a straight-up win for transparency, and a gut-check reminder that leaders like Kennedy are still out there fighting for honesty and fairness. He wouldn't let misinformation slide, wouldn't let elitism go unchallenged, wouldn't let the witness rewrite reality in real time. Kennedy's performance was a masterclass in guts, discipline, and real commitment to the American people. That's how you hold the line